Thank you. As I said before, we are really fortunate to have Vidwans like Sri Krishna Varahan, Sri Karthik Malolan ji among us. It will be indeed. Right now, Arunaji, we are asking, Seon, we are not felicitating right now because we really want to listen more from him, the more of Mridangam throughout the day. So that's the reason we are holding Seon. So Seon, we want more from you. But a big round of applause for Seon as well. It will be indeed a wonderful opportunity to listen to Upanyasam from Vidwan Sri Malolan Karthik Raghavan ji today. He is a techno-spiritualist, a follower of Sri Vaishnava Sampradaya, propounded by Bhagavad Ramanujar and Swami Desikan, a qualified Pancharatra Agamam priest and Kalakshepa Shishya of Sri Uve APN Swami. So let us welcome Sri Malolan Karthik Raghavan ji with a big round of applause.
Narayana. Check. Yasya bhavat bhakta janardihandham pitrutmamanyesha vichayaturnam stambhe avatarattamnanyalabhyam lakshmi nrasimham sharanam prapadye Vandhe lakshmi padim devam shankachakra gadhadaram vidyamurti mayagrivam shabdhartha jnanalabdige vedanta desike idendra kadakshalabdat trayantyachara manavadya gunam budagriyam नारायणादिदुर्य कृपाभिषिक्तं श्रीरङ्गनादिशेखरमाश्यामः श्रीकृष्णमार्यं करुणालयन्तं वेदान्तयुक्तं समदीतवन्तं वत्साभिजातं विदुषां वरेण्यं प्रणमामि नित्यं वात्सश्रीकृष्णमार्यमहादेशिकाय नमः वाच्यश्रीकृष्णसूरीन्द्रपदपङ्कजषट्पदम् अनन्तपद्मनाभार्यं भारद्वाजमहं भजे श्रीमते अनन्तपद्मनाभार्य महादेशिकाय नमः श्रीमान वेंकटनाथार्य कवितार्किककेसरी वेदांताचार्यवर्ग्यो मे सन्निधत्तां सदा हृदि जयत्याश्रितसन्त्रासध्वान्तविध्वंसनोदयः प्रभावान् सीतया देव्या परमव्योमभास्करः. Namaskaram all. This year beautifully started for Adiyan with many of you with the beautiful Sri Rama Utsavam organized by SIFAA. We had 2 days of blissful celebrations of Sita Rama Kalyana Utsavam and Paduka Utsavam. The whole year has been going on contemplating on Rama with the Pranapadishta and Ayodhya and various festivals happening across the world celebrating Rama. So Adiyan thought it would also be finishing the year reflecting on some of the Kalyana Gunas and glories of Rama here today. And thank you to SIFAA for this wonderful opportunity to reflect together with you all. So I know these 2 days, 2.5 days for you all, we're going to have a lot of performances, a lot of listening. So for a change, we'll make it a bit more interactive now. So it's just not going to be a monologue Upanyasam. So feel free to participate and we can have a bit of discussions and interactions as we go on. So I'm sure all of you know the story of Rama and Ramayanam. Basically, we're not going to be talking about it. But you know how beautifully Valmiki starts Ramayana and describing the Kalyana Gunas of Rama. Asking who is the one person who fits in the various Gunas of Rama. Do you know how many such qualities or Gunas of Rama that's being listed there? No, it's not 64. No. So the Kalyana Gunas of Rama is talking about 16 Gunas. So it's like it's Rama, we call him Ramachandra. So like the 16 phases of the moon from the Amavasya until the Paurnami. So Rama is just have 16 Kalyana Gunas. So the Valmiki even starts with, is Gunavan. The one who is very simple, humble. Rama being the supreme Lord, but comes in the form of a human, in a very humble form. He says Viryavan. One who never changes his noble nature, whatever be the situation, is always there with this situation. Dharmajna, the one who follows dharma to the core. Ramo Vigragavan Dharma is Dharmajna. Kritajna. So however small any favor does to Rama, Rama thinks that it will be such a huge burden and says, how can I even repay such a debt? No, he's such a kritagnya. Satyavakya. So whatever trouble it happens during his incarnation in this life as Rama, Rama always uttered the truth, nothing but the truth. It's a Satyavakya. Dhritavrata, is steadfast in the vows he take. We'll be talking about some of the vow later today. Charitrena yuktaha, one with the ideal conduct and the noble character. Sarva bhudeshu hitaha, one who does good even to his enemies. Sarva bhudeshu hitaha. Vidwan, master of all arts and sciences. Samartaha, is not only is a master, but he is capable of achieving anything which he wanted to achieve. Such a samarthan. Ekapriya darshana, one is always pleasant. It's such a character of to be pleasant all the time. Atmavan, one with the undetermined, with enormous internal courage. Jitakrotaha, one who has mastered his anger. He has his anger under his control. He is such a jitakrotaha. Dyutiman, one who shines very brightly. And anasuyakaha, very, very important for us all to know. One who is not jealous of anyone. He is anasuyaka. But when he says a master of anger, Jita Krodha, he is also Jhata Rosha, which means one who, if he gets angry, even Devas fear, even God's fear to come to him because he is this Jhata Rosha. So the Balakantam Slokam says, Konyasmin Sampratam Loke Gunavan Kascha Viryavan Dharmajnyaha Kritagnyascha Satyavakuyo Dhritavrataha Charitrena cha ko yuktaha Sarva Bhudeshu ko itaha Vidwan kaha Kas samartaha Kaschaika Priyadarshanaha Atmavan ko Jitakrodaha Dyutiman ko Anasuyakaha Kasya Bibrati Devascha Jatarochasya Sanyuge. It's such a beautiful personality embodied by the Supreme Being when he chose to take this avataram of Rama. But talking about all his various Kalyana gunas and reflecting on his qualities, our acharyas have said, there is something which really comes out very, very strong from where it said the whole essence of Ramayana. Even Valmiki starts with Ramayana with the 16 qualities of Rama. But when we understand Ramayana in detail, you can find in every aspect of Ramayana, in every cantam of Ramayana, there is one most important aspect of Rama which has been portrayed from the beginning till the end of Ramayana. That's why when you take a book, how do you find what is even the book talking about? It says what the book starts with, the message of it, how does it end with it, and what is the unique aspects of that which is being brought into this book that we are reading. So when you say about Ramayana and all the gunas of Rama which is being there, he says Rama is Sharanagata Vatsala. One who is, when the Ramayana itself, which says is this Sharanagati Sastra. What do we understand by Sharanagati? When Sharanagati or the surrender is like, something like, for example, in our day-to-day life, when we are in a situation where it's not in my control, I completely give the reins of the control to someone else and then say, just enjoy my journey. The more simplest aspect is like, we fly. When I fly back to homeland, we go get into the flight there, but are we driving? We are not the pilot. We are where the flight goes, what destination it reaches, am I going safely or not? Turbulences, air pockets, not in our hands. We just go sit back, enjoy in-flight entertainment, and go on. But that means in that course of the flight, we have performed Sharanagati to the pilot. It's the pilot's headache to take me safely or not. Train. It's the train driver is going to take me from point A to point B. We have nothing to do there. All we have to do is get into the train. That is our job. The moment we get in, the destination, it will be taken care of. So like that, in our life, when we perform this Sharanagati and we give in the range of the control to the Lord, we say, I am helpless in this situation, you please take care of me. The person whom we are surrendering to should be capable enough, it should be compassionate enough, and be able to take care of us in that situation. So when you say when the Ramayana itself, we say it to be saram of all the Vedas. We can't practically learn, master the Vedas. We have so many stories behind it. So the essence of Vedas is been condensed in like 24,000 slokas. When you say 24,000 slokas, it's condensed from whether if you get a chance to recite the 24,000 slokas, just recite once in our lifetime, that becomes a milestone for us. But how can we understand what the message of it? That's even more further condensed. The whole aspect of Ramayana is on the Sharanagati Shastram from the essence of Ramayana is been condensed and given to us by the preceptor Acharya Swami Vedanta Teshika, who lived after Bhagavad Ramanuja, one of the great Vaishnava saints. So Swami Desikan has written a smaller grantha, which is called the Abhaya Pradhana Saram, which summarizes, condenses all these aspects of Ramayana and gives us in a nutshell. The nutshell itself, like, in a common term, runs to about 200 pages. So compared to 24,000 slokas, this is 200 pages of essence of Ramayana is achievable. And but the essence of that, when we had a chance to undergo what they call the traditional school of learning, Kalakshepa by my guru, Sri Uve Mukundaguri Ananta Padmanabhacharya Swami, called APN Swami by all. Our Kalakshepam of studying the Sharanagati aspect of Ramayana, guess what, went to almost close to 2 years. It's just understanding what this essence of the 200 pages of work. So imagine that takes 2 years, how long it may take for me if I ever get a chance to study entire Ramayana completely. With its commentary by our elders. And it said, Bhagavad Ramanuja, in his life, apart from all the works which he has written, teach, propagated, he underwent Kalakshepam and learned Ramayana 18 times end to end. Because that has got so much of, every time he had a new perspective of Ramayana and a new message. So that's so deep the subject is. So, and what we have like 30 minutes, probably 25 minutes now, and to see the essence of it, see what we can cover or touch, just introduce the concept. Even the whole, you say the Sharanagata Rakshanam of Rama, that's been beautifully brought out in the sloka. It says, Namastasmai kasmai chana bhavatu nishkinchana swayam raksha diksha samadhya samindhana yashase suradisha swairakshana kupita shapayita vadu dushatva durjhada prashamana padhamboja rajase. This glory of Sri Ramachandra Murthy keeps going on. That glory is limitless. He is taking that vrata, Swayam Raksha Diksha. Diksha is when you say we take a penance that we will achieve something and we will not move from before completing that. So Swami Desikan says, the Diksha which Rama took in his form, when he lived here on earth, in a human body, is that Swayam Raksha Diksha. That he himself will go and save, protect to everyone who was surrounded around him. That's a Diksha which Rama took, which also Rama says later in his own words in Ramayana, which we will see in a bit later. So when even in Ramayana, if you see back the story of it, the first time where we actually encounter Rama's power or prowess to say that he saves comes in from the incident of Ahalya. When Rama, again, not going to tell back the story of Ramayana in detail, but from in the Balakanta, when Vishwamitra takes Rama and Lakshmana to save his yajna, and then they walk in, Ahalya's, by the curse of her husband, is a form of a rock there, and Rama's, not just Rama touching or Rama's feet, he says, so the speck of dust from the Paduka worn by Sri Rama touching the stone of Agalya got her out of her curse and she got back her form. That is the capability of Rama. Says, or which is coming up, which is going to come up in the entire episodes of Ramayana. Now, you all know the story of Ramayana. If I gave you the introduction of what is the Sharanagati and when we say in practical terms. In recollecting the story of Ramayana, how many incidents of Sharanagati do you recollect? Give a number. Where someone X goes to Y and says, I am helpless, please save me. He performs Sharanagati. How many such instances might be there? 100? No. It is not that much. Otherwise, it will not be a 200-page book. It will be a lot more than that. No, yeah. The Sharanagati Shastram in Ramayana actually comes in, they said, again, key incidences. Not talking about the minor aspects of it, like Hagalya is not even one of them. Hagalya did not go and perform Sharanagati to Rama and say, please save me. Rama, out of his mercy, Swayam Raksha Diksha. He went, he saved Hagalya, got her out of the curse. But these are the cases where specific VIPs in the Ramayana storyline went and performed Sharanagati to another person and then asked them to save. Now, how many kantas are there in Ramayana? 7? 6? 5? No, 7. So, what is the first one? Balakanda. So, in Balakanda, if you take, Balakanda, even the storyline of Rama starts with the Sharanagati. The storyline of Ramayana starts with the Sharanagati. Any guesses? Huh? Dasharatha asking for a boon. To whom? You're almost there, but not quite. It is not Dasharatha was asking for a boon there. What happens in the yajna performed by Dasharatha praying for a child? But it's not a boon which is asking to, it's not a Sharanagati he is performing. He is doing a yajna. The result of the yajna will result in the child. Putra Kameshti yajna has been performed by Dasharatha. The natural output of the yajna will result in the putra to be him. But then Lord Narayana chose to come as his son, as Rama, with Bharata Lakshmana Shatrughna. Why? Because during that time it is the Devas who actually perform Sharanagati to Narayana to say that there is Ravana, Kumbhakarna, and we gave them boon, but they are using our own boons against us and we are suffering. And the only clause which they left out in their boon is that they cannot be killed by men, by mankind, because he thought mankind was so belittling, so he took a boon that he can't be destroyed by anyone else, but he left out man. So Devas go and perform Sharanagati. They say, please come and take birth as a human being to take care of Ravana, Kumbhakarna. So it starts with Deva Sharanagati to Narayana, and then he uses the excuse of Dasharatha Putra Kameshti Yajna there to be there as Rama, along with Bharata, along with Lakshmana and Shatrughna. So overall, if you see in Balakanda, we have actually 4 different Sharanagatis. Again, unfortunately, we won't have time to go in detail of everything. So we'll just skip to the main one. So giving just the incidences for you to reflect on in the future, Balakanda starts with Devargal Sharanagati. Then there is also the story of when you talk about Vishwamitra's episodes coming in there. Vishwamitra, the Sharanagati performed to Vishwamitra by Trishanku, where Vishwamitra creates a third heaven where Trishanku wants to go with his own body. It's called Trishanku Sharanagati, which comes in there. Also in the story of Vishwamitra in Balakanta, there is also another Sharanagati called Sunaschepan Sharanagati. It's another person whom Vishwamitra saves from almost his life and gives him back his life. Again, side stories of Ramayana, we are going to conveniently skip for lack of time. And finally, after Sita Rama Kalyana, when Rama breaks the Shiva bow and then returned to Ayodhya, we have one famous character coming in there and challenging Rama. Who's that? Parashurama. Parashurama Sharanagati. So that's when Dasharatha goes and prays to Parashurama. My son is a small boy, you can't go and challenge him, because Parshurama comes with Vishnu bow and say no, and challenges Rama. But that Sharanagati did not materialize, but Rama won over Parshurama and goes on. That's the Dasharatha Sharanagati. So Balakanta means Sharanagati ends with there. When you talk about Ayodhya Kanda highlights to us two very important Sharanagatis. In Ayodhya Kanda also, we have Lakshmana Sharanagati. When does Lakshmana do Sharanagati? Which time on Ramayana? What does Lakshmana pray? I heard an answer. Exactly. When Lakshmana wanted to accompany Rama, and when Rama was supposed to go alone to the forest, and Sita says she joins him, then Lakshmana performed Sharanagati to Rama and Sita together, saying, I want to come and be of your eternal service. So the prayer is asking for, is performing Sharanagati for Kaikarya, which he gets. Lakshmana accompanies. So Lakshmana Sharanagati is success. Complete. Next Sharanagati. What else happens in Ayodhya Kanda, in Ramayana? Where someone prays to Rama for something. Before that, Bharat. Correct. So what is Bharat Sharanagati for? For bringing Rama back. So Bharat prays to Rama in the forest, saying, yes, my mother sinned, but now I can't rule the kingdom. I will not return back unless your feet touches Ayodhya. That's the bow which he takes, and then he comes down. Bharata performs Sharanagati. There are a lot of aspects which is beautifully dealt in Bharata Sharanagati. That itself is a full topic of discussion for us. But we are going to conveniently skip it and go to the next one, because we got a lot more interesting episodes to discuss. So Bharata Sharanagati is there. Which is the next kandam of Ayodhya Kanda? Aranya Kanda. So what happens in Aranya Kanda? Also very important Sharanagati happens in Aranya Kanda, which is actually where even Sita tests Rama to see if is he really Sharanagata Vatsala? Is he strong enough in his vrata of being a protector of everyone who surrenders to him? Huh? In Aranya Kanda is when all the rishis go and perform Sharanagati, saying that they are being tormented by the demons who lived there in the forest. Right? That's when even before the Shurpanakha episodes come in there, then Rama actually goes into the war with all the demons of that forest and kills them. So that's when all the rishis perform Sharanagati. They come and show their limbs, and which is been eaten by the Rakshasas, and there is a full war takes place. But again, not going into the story in detail, but it's very important, which is there in Sharanagati, in Ramayana, if you see the Mula Shlokas, it says, Sita actually questions Rama during this episode, where it says, he says, they are asking you come and go for because that is actually the first time Sita is there with Rama, and Rama fights someone, is going to fight someone. Because earlier incidences of Maricha, Shubhagu and Tataka happens before he met Sita. Right? That's Rama's first fight, which is over. Now, when Sita is there, this Sharanagati happens. He says, no problem, I will save you all. When he says, Sita actually questions, no, why we are in a forest? Why do you want to take your weapons and go in for a fight? It's all not necessary. That's when actually Rama re-emphasizes to say, I'm married to you, I may give up my life. But even if I give a life, I won't give you up. Even if I give you up, I won't give Lakshmana. But even if I give up my life, you and Lakshmana, I will not give up the promise which I gave to my devotee. Rama quotes that, beautifully in this, and it's actually when we are actually planting a stick for a tomato plant in the garden. What do we do after planting the stick? We shake it. Why are we shaking it? Is it to pull it out? We are shaking to see whether it is planted firmly or not. So when something is planted and God gives us something, He plants whatever devotion He plans with us, He will also shake it to say whether is that planted properly or should you put more efforts to go it more deeper. So like that, even Sita tests Rama's vrata here during the Aranyakanda in the Dandakaranya forest, where whether as Rama is firm by his Sharanagata Rakshana Dharma. Now that we move on to the famous Kishkinta Kanda, which is the most famous Sharanagati and first incident of Kishkinta Kanda, which is, you already said that. Hanuman meeting, and who performed Sharanagati? Sugriva performed Sharanagati. Praying for what? What is Sugriva's prayer for? What does he want? That's an easy answer. His kingdom back. Vali has sent him back. Vali has, debarred him from the kingdom. A lot of things happened before that, and they assumed Vali was dead. Sugriva was crowned, and then when Vali comes back, he thinks Sugriva stole his kingdom, and then Sugriva sends kingdom away, and Vali also takes Sugriva's wife and in his palace. All those things happened. Now, Sugriva and Anjaneya meets Rama Lakshmana. All the beautiful conversations of Anjaneya happens in the Valmiki Ramayana episodes. And then finally Sugriva says, now please help me bring back my kingdom and my wife. That's all it is. And Rama says, you help me find my wife. They both make a deal. Sugriva. And now here, one of the most common debate which you actually see in most of the time in anything is, Vali, how did Vali get killed by Rama? Rama was there standing behind a tree and hit Vali. So it's what their question is did Rama's killing of assassination of Vali, if this is what they call it, is it right or wrong? Why did Rama have to hide behind a tree and kill Vali? Why can't he go face him face to face? Why is Rama man enough to go face Vali? Is Vali more stronger than Rama? Is it right or is it wrong? What do you think? Right or wrong? It's right, obviously right. So why is it right? Kshatriya can kill animal, okay, one excuse, fine. But that's not, there's even more deeper concept behind it. And they actually split this, again, I'm not going to talking about the Sharanagati part, but just want to see message we take from Vali, because that's very important for us before we go on. The whole Vali episode is very deep. When you say, first of all, when you break the whole incident, did Vali sin or not sin? Vali sinned. Vali sinned. So Vali is bound due for his justice. Does Rama have the power to deliver justice to Vali? Yes. Because technically, those days, the kingdom of Kishkinta falls under the empire of Ayodhya. So the Chakravarti of Ayodhya has got the right to deliver justice to the king of Kishkinta. So Rama has legal powers to give the death sentence to Vali. So first two aspects are taken care of. Now, having said this, why did you hide behind a tree? They said, again, study see Ramayana, not just as a story, but in a bit more, little deeper nuances, a beautiful message comes up there. Vali was, before the whole incident of Sugriva Sharanagati to Rama, Sugriva performed Sharanagati to Vali. He is saying, I am not at fault. Save me. We were told that you had been died. The kingdom was without a king for several months. Then all the ministers crowned me in. And as per the rule of the Vanaras, when that king dies, the wife of the king goes and lives with the next king. That's how Vali's wife was also in the palace of Sugriva. Then Vali comes back, he thinks that everything, but Sugriva falls in the feet of Vali, praying, doing Shama Prarthana, saying, I am not at fault, it has all happened, please excuse me. Vali did not show mercy. Vali sent him away, took his wife, took his kingdom and banished him into the forest from entering the country. So, Vali did not show compassion on a fellow human being when he fell in his feet, when he did his Shama Prarthana, apologize for this accidental sin which has been committed by him. So, when Rama meets Vali face to face, if Vali falls in the feet of Rama and apologizes, Rama will have to forgive him. It's Sharanagata Dharma. He has no other go. But Vali is made such a sin that he had performed Bhagavat Abhachara. He had sinned. He did not show mercy to his fellow being. He did not show mercy to his brother. So they says, Rama did not want to give a chance, even a chance for Vali to go and fall in his feet, because what he did is beyond any compassion. He had to be punished to set the lesson for the future generations, because that is a very important lesson from Ramayana. And it's a lesson we also learn. We can do whatever sin, whatever thing, these modern atheists call against the God. One can defame the God in any aspect, but then finally you go and fall in his feet, he will show compassion, he will forgive everything. But when we don't show mercy to a fellow human being, when we sin against our own kith and kin and we did not show mercy on them, when we perform a Bhagavat Apachara, the Lord never forgives. We have to go back. It is up to that person to forgive us. So that's from Valivata and the episode of it, that's a message which we have to take on. Show mercy and compassion to our fellow beings. Sharanagati of Kishkinda Kandam is complete, which is a beautiful next chapter of Ramayana. The next cantam, Sundara Kanda. Even when we don't do daily recitation of Ramayana, in many houses, we have daily recitation of Sundarakand Parayan happening. We have Akhand Sundarakand Parayanam happening across the world. Very common. Most beautiful part of Ramayana. But where is the Sharanagati coming up there? We all know the story of Sundarakanda. So actually, in the story of line of Sundarakanda, from when Hanuman goes and then Hanuman returns back, there is no Sharanagati happening live on scene. But Valmiki says Ramayana is Sharanagata Sastra. So he wanted to make sure that there is a Sharanagati Dharma with example showed in every cantam. So what happens beautifully here is Valmiki, as a master director, puts in a flashback scene. So in Sundarakandam slokas, when Anjaneya meets Ma Sita, there is a flashback incident where Rama did Sharanagati of someone in the past. Anyone knows that episode? Except Krishna. Which episode comes in as beautifully is there when Sita, because when recollecting back on Ramayana is when Anjaneya gives a ring. And then Sita, then she says, I want some proof of meeting you. Then Sita gives her Chutamani and then recollects, gives him, tells us some specific things which happened in their life, which is known only to Rama and Sita, no one else. So there's an authenticity for Hanuman to go and tell Rama that he actually met Sita, because no one else knows that incident. So one such incident is what is called as the Kakashwara Sharanagati. So this Kakashwara episode actually happens in Aranyakanda. It's like they said towards end of Ayodhya Kanda and Aranyakanda when Rama was in Chitrakoot. So that time is actually this incident which happens. Kakashwara is a crow. Okay, this crow, when Rama and Sita are just there alone in their ashrama, and Rama is lying on the lap of Sita and he is sleeping. They are just sitting in front of their hut. So Rama is putting his head on the lap of Sita and he is sleeping. There the crow comes. So this crow, we say Kakasuran in Ramayana, and in every references to the episode is Kakasura, is actually the son of Indra, the king of head of Devas. Devas, Indra's son, because of the sins he committed, is called as Asura. Kaka Asura is never referred by his name. Right? The same time in our Sampradaya, the son of the actual demon, Hiranyakashipu, Prahlad, is called as Prahlada Alvan, one who is immersed in bhakti. Vibhishana, the brother of Ravana, is called Vibhishana Alvan. So they said, it does not matter what your birth is. It does not matter of you are a deva or you are an asura only by the actions and deeds that you perform. Which is, even to emphasize that line, it says, it's always Kakasura which comes in there. So Kakasura, the storyline of Kakasura in a nutshell is, when Rama is sleeping, actually this guy will come, he's like filled with what they call pride. He's like, I'm the son of the king of devas, I can do anything in this world. Who can come and stop me? Right? We see that attitude with the son, even with the son of ministers and MLA MPs these days. Talking about son of king of devas, how much could be there? Now, he actually comes and, takes the form of a crow, comes and bites Sita on her chest repeatedly. Sita is like full of mercy and she's like ignoring it, and she didn't want to wake up Rama, who is sleeping. At one stage, blood falls on Rama's face. Then Rama wakes up. Then Rama sees Sita is hurt, and then he sees on the tree opposite, there's a crow which is sitting there, very casually looking at them, and with this beak filled with the flesh and blood of Sita. Rama gets very angry, and he's sleeping on a bed of darba grass, which is what they do in the forest. So he takes one darba grass. He was not with his bow and arrow, right? Because he's just sleeping casually. So he does not go back and take his weapons. So he takes the darba grass, invokes the Brahmastra mantra there, and gives it against the crow. Now this Brahmastra, the most potent of all the weapons, it could have killed the crow in an instant. But the Brahmastra also knows the intention of Rama. Intention of Rama is there is not to kill the crow immediately. So the Brahmastra only keeps chasing it wants to reform the person. So, moment the crow sees and he was initially ignorant, but then he sees Brahmastra close by, it starts running. He went to his father, he went to all the worlds, all the gods, and says, no, this Astra is following me. They said, no, nothing can be done. It's Brahmastra of Rama. Go back to Rama. So it goes round and round and round, and then finally comes back. Trin lokan samparikramya tameva sharanam gataha is the Valmiki shloka. So finally, tired, he doesn't know what to do. He just falls and drops in front of Rama's feet. And Valmiki describes it when it just drops in front of, at least when you drop in front of someone feels saying Shama Prarthana, why did we always what? We put our hand first in front of their feet, right? This crow actually fell in such a way, the leg in front of Rama and hand on the other side, it seems. Then actually Sita turns the body of the crow, puts its beak towards Rama and says, see, it has apologized for its behavior. Please excuse him. So Rama excuses the crow for the most potent of the sin committed by Kakashura. But Brahmastra is invoked. But when something has happened, the Lord gives us back a punishment in a minuscule level. It was supposed to have taken his life. But then it goes back taking his one eye. So Rama destroys one eye of the crow. So when we perform Sharanagati, even for us, we have our karma palan, we have a punya papa, and there is something which might happen, need to happen, and so on. But when it is something to happen, when it is our fault and we need to be punished for something, but we have performed Sharanagati to the God, what it does is, what was supposed to have been a life-threatening incident just goes off with an eye. What would have been supposed to be a major disaster probably would just go away. No, we just go and I just go and bang myself in by my foot on that post. That means I know, okay, this is something major, but it's a small, minuscule indication given by the Lord because I performed Sharanagati to him for some of mistake which I did, and that mistake is annulled. But he also gives the blessing. Okay, I have taken one eye. When one eye is destroyed, Rama gives a boon to the crow. With one eye you have left, you can see in both directions. We cannot, when we close one eye, we can't see in the left-hand side. Our eye, each eye sees only one part of it. But for a crow, with a single eye, it can see in all directions. And that the boon also is given to the crows. Even today, crow is one eye, can see in all directions from the days of Ramayana. So this happens in the Sundarakanda. And then the highlight, it's the most important of the Sharanagatis. That's where the whole Abhayapradhanasaram was based on, is the most famous Vibhishana Sharanagati. Vibhishana Sharanagati, which happens in the, which Kandam? Yuddha Kandam. So Yuddha Kandam actually has 3 Sharanagatis. The Vibhishana Sharanagati is to be the most complete, and we all know the story of Vibhishana, why he comes to Rama, and then, he's there with 4 of his ministers, asking the Vandaranas who are there in the border of their camp to go and inform Rama. Then Rama, the story of Ramayana goes that, Rama actually, he has a court session. He asks everyone's opinion. Okay, Vibhishana has come. He's the brother of Ravana with whom we are going for a war. Should we accept him or not? Right? So, what happens? Each person gives in their own respective views. The first thing to say is our Shugriv Maharaj, he says, no, he is coming against his brother. We can't trust him. And Sugriva says that, talking about going against the brother. Then every Ramayana describes what was the reaction given by each of the Vanaras, why they say why Vibhishana should not be accepted. And Rama, again, lesson of communication here for all of us. Gives a patient hearing. Rama knows what he wants to do. Okay, everyone speak. He gives everyone his turn. And then he asks Anjaneya. Right? All these people have only heard of Vibhishana. The only person who would have met him is Anjaneya. When he went during the Sundarakandam time. Right? And he actually went, he saw Vibhishana in court. And, So Anjaneya says, no, I know Vibhishana. He is a very good man. He is a Dharmavan. You have to please accept him. Okay, now Rama says, okay, now can I please say something? He asks permission. If Anjaneya says, was Rama happy or not happy with Hanuman's answer? Hanuman says, accept him. So with that everyone says, okay, because that's what Rama would have wanted. And now, Acharya's court, no, Rama was not happy, it seems. He says, no one understood my view. Everyone is saying Vibhishana is bad. We can't accept him. Anjaneya is saying Vibhishana is good, accepting. But Rama's viewpoint is, whether he is good or bad, doesn't matter. Once you perform Sharanagati, you perform the Sharanagati Dharma, we accept him. So Rama says, in this in the sloka, Mitra Bhavena Sampraptam Natyajet Katanchana. Even if someone comes saying, I am your friend, he does not have to perform Sharanagati to me. He comes to me as a friend. Mitra Bhavena Sampraptam. Dosho Yatyabi. Dosho Yat. Whatever be his sins and faults and doshams. Tasya Syat Sato. So, that's the whole character comes out to say that, someone just approaches us as a friend there. We take care of them. Then, most highlight, when Rama's final declaration comes in, when he says, Sakriteva Prapannaya Tavasmiti cha yachate Abhayam Sarva Budhepyo Tadam Yetat Vratam Mama. Valmiki sloka in the Yuddha Kanta, 18th Sarga, 33rd sloka. Sakrideva Prapannaya Tavasmiti cha yachate Abhayam Sarva Budhepyo. When we performs only once, Sakriteva Prapannaya. Abhayam Sarva Budhepyo. Whoever it might be, I will perform, I give my Abhayam there. That is my Vratam. He says that's why Swayam Raksha Diksha, as we saw earlier, as a slokam by Swami Desikan. He says, Abhayam Sarva Budhepyo. For those who understand Tamil, this whole beautifully has been translated in Tamil by in Abhayapradhanasaram. He says, Urukale Sharanaga Adaigindrarkum, Unak Adimai Agindrain Engindrarkum, Arukade Anaivarkum, Anaivaralum, Anjel என்று அருள் கொடுப்பன் இதுதான் ஓதும் இருக்காலம் எழில் முனிவர் நினைவினாலும் இவை அறிவார் செயலுடன் என் இசைவினாலும் நெருக்காத நீள் விரதம் எனக்கொன்று என்று நெறி உரைத்தார் நிலை உணர்ந்து நிலை பெற்றோமே. Rama's நீள் விரதம் is eternal woe is that even ஒரு தடவை ஒரு காலே சரணாக அடைகின்றார்கள். From Sharanagati once I take care of them. There comes the whole Vibhishana Sharanagati. Then it goes on. Even Yuddha Kandam, later we have Samudra Raja Sharanagati. Then we have then we have a beautiful Sharanagati where it's performed to Sita by the Rakshasis in the Ashokavana. And we don't have time there. But actually the Rakshasis in Ashokavana, when you say after the whole war is over, Anjaneyar goes back and gives the victory news. Sita says, what boon you want? He says, all these demonesses have been troubling you for the last 10 months. Give me a permission for me to go and destroy them. Sita says, no. Why? Because it seems in our Vibhishana's daughter, who was actually the head of the Rakshasis, who was assigned on duty to take care of Sita and Ashokavana, Trijada, Trijada had a dream where she saw Rama winning and then Ravana being defeated. And then she discusses with the Rakshasi saying that, I saw this dream. So maybe what if this happens? We've been really tormenting Sita Ma. We should go and perform Sharanagati to her, then pray to her for saving. They are discussing. Then the Rakshasi, is it so? Okay, then it will be a situation for us if Ravana actually loses the war. Maybe if that happens, we will consider going and appealing ourselves to Sita. The whole discussion is, we will consider appealing. That's all. But that, our mother, out of all her mercy, takes that as a Sharanagati. They don't even come and talk to her about it. He says, their thought was there once. That is enough. So that is the difference. In Rama, people have to go and perform Sharanagati. Till the time the Kaka came and fell in his feet, he did not save him. But he was waiting for a chance. But in Sita, Mahalakshmi, when we just think of it, we think of her, we perform Sharanagati, she takes in. And then, the quote, Sita says, Papanam va Shubhanam va Vadharghani Plavangtame Karyam Karanamargyena Na Kaschit Na Paradhyati. Even, that's there in talking about the compassion of Sita exceeding Rama. That's what even we say. Actually comparing Ravana and Kakasura, who performed the worse sin? Ravana abducted Sita, kept her for 10 months. But even his fingernail didn't touch Sita. No one really touched her. But this guy, Kakasuran, was actually tormenting her, biting her, with flesh and blood coming out of Sita. Ravana was killed, Kakasuran is saved. Only one eye is lost. Why? Any reason why? When Kakasuran incident happened, Sitama was right next to Rama. He will not let them punish. He says, okay, whatever happens, perform Sharanagati. When Ravana Yuddham took place, Sita was not there on the war field. Ravana died. That's they said the role of Sita Mahalakshmi plays in our life. So I know we are almost running short of time, and I'm the last man standing between you and lunch. So I just want to complete this with. Actually, it goes back in the list of Sharanagati. There is this one more, which because it started with Devaragal Sharanagati, we have about 13 Sharanagatis in total, and it actually ends back in a flashback of also another Deva Sharanagati to Lord Narayana, which has a story of the ancestor of Rama. It's the story of Mali and Sumali, which goes also. So the Valmiki completes in the Uttarakandam with this Sharanagati and completes the whole Sharanagati Dharma. And so to have one in every Kantam of Ramayana. So what is the lesson we take out of this whole thing? What is the role of Sharanagati for us and things? Krishnavaragan Swami introduced Sankalpa Suryodhayam to you earlier. In this Sankalpa Suryodhayam, Swami Desika says beautifully, Darbho Dakra Dashendriyana Mano Naktam Charadishtate Dehesmin Baba Sinduna Parivrite Dhinam Dashamastitaha Adyat Eva Hanumat Samena Guruna Prakyati Tartaf Puman Lanka Ruddha Vigher Rajatanayan Anyanya Lalapyate. This is quoting back from the essence of Abhay Pratana Saram in a more relatable, in a drama which to us in life. He says, Lord Rama, the character of Lord Rama is from Paramatma, and Mahalakshmi, out of her own compassion, takes in the role of Sita as characterized as a Jivatma, which is all us. We are all Jivatmas. So Lanka, which is surrounded by water, right, is the ocean of samsara which we are all in. In Ramayana, we got recreating the stories of Ramayana here. So the Ashokavana, where Sita was imprisoned, is our body. In the body is Ashokavana, the Jivatma, Sita, imprisoned in Ashokavana, inside Lanka, which is the ocean of samsara, which all of us are deluging in. So this Ravana, he separates the Jivatma, the Sita, from Paramatma, Rama, and he imprisons her in this island of samsara, which is our Jivatma being imprisoned in our body here for us. Now, who is this Ravana? This Ravana is nothing but our mind. This Dashanana, he's got 10 heads. We have our 5 sense organs and 5 motor organs. Panchakarmendriya and 5 Jnanendriya. The 10 sense organs of us becomes our 10 heads. With the mind and the 10 senses prevent this Jivatma from getting reunited back with the Paramatma. Our mind is the Ravana who is here. Now this mind is affected by 3 qualities. The Sattva, Rajas and Tamas. The Sattva quality here in Ramayana is, guesses? Who is the good Sattva quality for Ravana? Because mind is Ravana. Vibhishana. The Sattva Guna is embodiment as Vibhishana, who tells the good things to Ravana to say that no, this is what you should do, you should not do. This is right, this is wrong. So he teaches the mind what is good, what is bad. The Sattva Guna. Then we have the Rajas and the Tamas. So here, in our Ramayana, Shurpanaka denotes the Rajoguna filled with lust and anger. Shurpanaka. And Kumbhakarna denotes the Tamoguna. Right? So what does our mind do? What does Ravana do? Conveniently sends away Vibhishana and keeps Kumbhakarna and Shurpanaka next to him. We conveniently ignore the Sattva Guna and all the Sattvic qualities that we have, filling our mind with Rajas and Tamas. So at this stage, from the mind, the Paramatma Rama wishes to rescue the Jivatma. So what happens? What does Rama do to rescue Jivatma? Rama sends Anjaneya. So here Paramatma actually sends us. Anjaneya is taking the role of the Acharyas, the spiritual teacher, the guide who is there to guide us in this path. So that's the role of Anjaneya. So just like Hanuman singing Ramayana to Sita when in this incidents of Sundarakandam there and trying to show that he's with Rama and then transforms singing the glory of Sita and gives a ring of Rama to Sita. Our Acharya tells us who the Lord is, what are the supreme qualities of the Lord, what is he doing, where is he? And then has this indication of giving this ring of Rama to Sita by the Acharya. Our Acharyas today perform Pancha Samskara, gives us the Shankha Chakra insignia of the Lord, and then says this, now with this we get back united with the Lord. Just like how Hanuman burnt Lanka, right? Our Acharya burns our sins of this Jivatma. And finally, just like how Hanuman united Lord Rama and Goddess Sita, Acharya also unites the Jivatma and Paramatma. Which is all culminates in Ramayana with the beautiful Sita Rama Pattabhishekam. And that signifies for us the attainment of our spiritual abode by the soul, when the Jivatma unites back with the Paramatma, enjoying the divine bliss of the Lord eternally. So that's the message of Ramayana, of Sharanagati Shastra, which we take. And for us also, when we would want to be, crossing out of the samsara, we definitely need there is a role played by the Acharya there. So take this opportunity to appeal to all, to say that, look back, find roots, connect with your Acharya, connect with the Guru, and then use the Guru as a mode to get ourselves liberated out of the samsara and reunite back with the God. So with that message, I really thank SIFAA for this opportunity to be here and reflecting on Ramayana on this very beautiful occasion. Kavitarkika Simhaya Kalyana Gunashaline Srimate Venkateshaya Vedanta Gurave Namaha. Adiyan. Sorry if I took more time than what it was allocated, but
No,
it
actually we
just,
wanted to listen more, but I can understand now the paid puja ka time ho gaya.
thank you.
No, it was really wonderful. Thank you. Thanks a lot. You have really enlightened us. And now I request Sri Seshadri ji to come on the stage and do the felicitation.